Morning YouTube. It's about 8:30. I'm just packing the stuff away inside my tent. I'm just going to break the tent down itself. It looks like it's going to be a lovely day today. I can see blue skies, some clouds still. I'll spin you around and give you a quick view. We're camped just over the stream from the pub that I finished the day in yesterday in Wasdale Head. And today's a short day just up to Buttermere. So yeah, I'll give you a look where we are now and then take the tent down and then show you that there's no trace left behind, and then we'll get going. So that white building's the pub. That's where I was last night, just by this stream. So very close to the pub, but these are all working buildings, so there was no one in them overnight, so it wasn't really a problem. Right, no trace left. And I'm going to put my camera away while I go over this slippery stone bridge today. You know what, actually, I'm going to take advantage of one of these tables here. I'm going to make breakfast before I set off today. Also then I can make sure I'm leaving with a full bottle of water and all my trash is straight in a bin. So there's some advantages to that. And also if it kind of continues clearing up, then it'll be, yeah, really nice weather to start walking it. There we go, coffee and oatmeal. So that's the last of my fresh fruit though, I'm afraid. I don't think Buttermere looks just like a little hamlet. I think there's a hotel and a coffee shop, and my guess is that's going to be it. But we'll see when we get there. Right, off we go. Not even that high up yet, and the view down the valley is already really impressive. Let me show you. That's where we're going, over there. Yeah, I just stopped to take a layer off and I'm going to have a sip of water before we start this ascent, which is not super steep, but still. It's mainly taking the layer off because I'm sweating on God knows what otherwise. Somebody has helpfully left some steps here. Makes the ascent a bit easier. Getting up above the low-lying clouds now, or into the low-lying clouds. Obviously there's some higher up still. So this is Wasdale Pass that we're going over. So we're going to go up here, down, and you can see up there and over that saddle at the top there. Following the little stream just to the right of us. There should be like a hut on the other side. I don't know if it's going to be open. I don't know if there's going to be anyone either selling things or if there's going to be facilities there, especially this time of year, but we'll see. I think it's like something to do with the Youth Hostel Association, but we'll find out when we get there. It's just about a mile to the top of the pass, and then I think the hut's about half a mile down the other side, just past the forest. Okay, let's go. Right, this is the top of the pass. Obviously, the peak's up there. Of this bit anyway. That's where we just come from. Nice. even at this elevation, no phone service. I was going to try and check on Google to see if I had any more information about that hut and if I could expect it to be open or not. If it's not, I'm just going to stop and make a hot drink, either a cup of tea or a cup of Horlicks maybe. Anyway, something to look forward to. So if you can see there, that's the hut. I'm not seeing any signs of life from it, but it's a little bit far away to tell for sure. No surprise, it's pretty much all locked up. The toilets are still open, so that's handy. But apart from that, right, I'll show you the view and then I'm going to put the kettle on. I tell you what as well, when this is closed and there's no one here, like this time of year, this will be a fantastic place to pitch a tent. So maybe something to check if you're thinking of coming around here, because you've got the toilet facilities just there, and this is lovely and flat and really nice ground to drive tent stakes into, and the views aren't half bad. Right, set off, we go around there, follow the wood line along, and then up and over through Scarf Gap, and then from the far side of that it's straight downhill to Buttermere. So just put another layer on. It's just, there's a bit of a breeze picking up, and it's just getting a bit cold. I'm sure I'll regret it after I've been walking for 5 minutes. Based on the time we made this morning, that was about, let's see, it's about 9:30 stuff. Yeah, it's about 2.25 hours that took to get to here, and this is about the halfway point. That was the steeper bit going up over Wasdale Pass this morning. This gap is not as high, but it's distance-wise it's a little bit further. So I'm guessing it'll be about 2.25 hours. Wasdale Pass where we came down there, and the hut's just outside there. That's where we're going. So this is the top of Scarf Gap where we just come from, and then down that way towards Buttermere. Right, just into Buttermere now, so along the side of Buttermere water. I don't know, hour and a half. No, not even that. Anyway, whatever. From this point, I'm going to kind of keep an eye out, A, for places I can pitch a tent tonight, B, somewhere I can stop and make some food. Right, I might take advantage of this bench here. Not a bad stop for lunch, I think. It's about 1:20 now, so I'm going to eat this and then carry on along the side of Buttermere into Buttermere Bridge. Should get there, I don't know, with plenty of light left, and yeah, hopefully find somewhere to pitch the tent. I mean, already actually that looks decent. Funny, I hadn't seen a single person all day. And then in the last half hour, basically since I got down to the side of Buttermere, I must have seen a dozen people. Some just out walking, some out with dogs, some out with kids. It's like a totally different experience. Could always stay in one of these little bushcraft shelters that someone's made. But surprisingly, maybe not surprisingly, maybe naivety on my part. I was expecting there to be more shallow bits of ground near the shore, but there's only a couple. Most of it is, as you probably see, it's quite steep hills going all the way up that are just quite heavily forested. The only real flat bits are the trails that have been cut into them. The Defender and the sounds of chainsaws that you can hear in the background are, well, just as forestry operations, but what they're actually doing is cutting down diseased trees. There's a bunch of trees that have got a disease whose name I can't remember right now, phyto something or other. So yeah, so there's a bunch of work going on to deal with that situation. That's coffee and cake done at the Sake Farm Tea Room. I'm now going to go back down to the Bridge Inn and get a beer or two. Well, at the very least, I managed to close a couple of gates that have been, well, a gate that had been left open by people, so, you know, did my good deed for the night.
Alright, good night YouTube.